Hello, and welcome to episode 59 of the Nourish and Strengthen podcast. I am so excited to have you guys here this week, where I'm going to chat with you about something that is sometimes not really talked about. And it is kind of the boring stuff. This is not going to be a boring episode. I promise you, you're going to get stuff out of it, but it's the everyday habits and the things that women do who are fit and maintain a healthy fitness level forever. I'm going to be talking about what we do on a day in and day out that helps us maintain our fitness level, okay? We can call them secrets, we can call them habits, we can call them life hacks, whatever we gonna call them. We're just talking about the things that come kind of natural or easy to the women who keep a high level of health and fitness. And we're able to balance that out into our everyday lives. Okay. So if you're not quite there yet, you're going to learn some really great things today that I want you to strive for. Okay. Now, some of these things also, they might seem kind of weird to the general population. Okay. But not to our fit friends. All right. These 10 secrets are going to be second nature to you by the time you get to a place where you've reached your goals and you are maintaining those results. Okay. Got 10 of them here for you today. I love lists. My husband edits this podcast and he's like, "You love lists." And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And sometimes I'm just writing my notes for the podcast and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, there's 10 things. How amazing." We're going to call it a top 10 list. So, all right, we're going to kick it off. These are in no particular order, okay? These are not in order of importance. These are just in the order that I wrote them down, just random, okay? So, number 1 is lifting weights. And you might be thinking, well, duh, but I'm going to go into details on each of these things, okay? So, when we lift weights, I'm going to call us fit ladies, fit women, people who have a fitness lifestyle. When we lift weights, we do the simple and the boring thing, okay? We do the same things in our workouts over and over and over again. We don't try to mix it up all the time, okay? You don't have to, quote unquote, confuse the muscle. You're going to see the best results by working on getting as strong as you can in the basic movements, okay? So sure, if you want some variety, you can totally change up like how you're doing the thing, okay? Here's an example. You have a squat, right? A squatting motion. Hips go back, knees go forward slightly, you squat down, right? That's our squatting motion. So to add some variety, but still focus on that squatting motion, you can do barbell back squats. You can do goblet squats. You can do front squats. You can do different leg press varieties. Does that make sense? You're always doing that squatting motion with your body, but you're still adding in some variety, okay? So keep in mind, guys, with your lifting workouts, our workouts are not here to entertain us. We don't necessarily have to always have fun in our lifting workouts. That's something that fit women understand, okay? We thrive off of doing the boring basics because what we love is getting stronger in the movements and competing against our own logbooks, okay? If you're not tracking your strength and your lifts, I would challenge you to start because that is the fun of it. That is where it's so much fun to look back and say, okay, last time I did this exercise, I did this many sets, this many reps with this much weight. I'm going to try and eke out like one more rep or add 5 more pounds. And that's what's so fun and addicting. Not necessarily finding the newest workout on Instagram and adding some different, unique kind of spin to something. No, we do the simple, we do the boring, we do it over and over and over and over and over again. Okay. Number 2, we eat the same things daily. Not forever, but for the most part. It might seem a little boring, but it's effective and it's an easy way to keep that consistency in your life, okay? We have fit women who have a fitness lifestyle. We have a loose plan for our food every single day. I'm not saying that once you reach your goals, you need to, always meal plan and always like plan way in advance, but you have an idea of this is what I'm going to eat tomorrow. Okay. And since we have that plan for every day, it is really, really difficult, you guys, to meal plan different food every single day. Sometimes I'll get people that ask me, okay, well, do we get a meal plan with your program? How many days of a meal plan do you get? And I'm like, well, what are you expecting? Because if I hand you a 30-day meal plan, a 7-day meal plan, where you're eating different foods and preparing different meals every single day, guys, your life is going to be horrible. That's going to be expensive. Your grocery bill is going to be insane if you plan your food that way. It's going to make your meal prep super hard. You're going to be in the kitchen constantly. It's just not feasible or realistic. But people who ask that, they don't understand, right? They don't understand what that means to have a different meal plan every single day. No. Women who have a fitness lifestyle, we eat pretty much the same things regularly, right? But we also recognize the need for food variety is actually super important for our gut health. Did you know that? Eating the same things over and over again for too long, months, years on end with no variety can actually cause food intolerances and can cause gut issues. So what we do to kind of balance and marry those two worlds is instead of changing it up every day, we just put a meal on repeat, or maybe we have a couple breakfasts we like and we cycle through them. And let's say you have a lunch you're loving and it's super easy, easy to put together. You really enjoy it. Have it for a while until you get sick of it. Then you change out that meal. Okay. That's still adding some variety while keeping consistency. Okay. Number 3, we base our meals around protein. No matter what we're eating, we make sure there's a solid protein source. Now, here's my hack. Are you ready for my hack for this one, a life hack? If you want a meal that's low in protein, like a peanut butter sandwich, for example, or I have been loving pupusas. Have you guys ever had a pupusa? My son, he was in El Salvador for 2 years. And so we started getting pupusas at Costco. They're so good. If you like corn and cornmeal, oh, these are so good. But there's not a ton of protein. There's like 10 grams of protein in them. So what I do is I have half a protein shake on the side. So that kind of bolsters up the protein intake of that meal, but allows me to still have what I truly want. Okay. That's my little hack for you. So we're basing our meals around protein. We're making sure every single meal has approximately 25 grams of protein. That's going to depend based on the person, but it's a really important thing. And it's something that women with a fit lifestyle prioritize. Okay. Number 4, we monitor our intake in some way, our calorie intake. Now, I don't think that you need to or should track macros forever, but this does not mean that you'll never have to think about your calorie intake or your nutrition again. So it does not mean that, you've dieted, you've lost all this weight, you've reverse dieted, you're at maintenance, you're living life, everything's great. This does not mean that you never have to think about your intake or your nutrition again, okay? You're always going to have to monitor that in some way. Now, paying attention to hunger fullness cues is one way. Maybe you're just paying attention loosely to portion sizes on your plate. A plate method is like half your plate in veggies and then like a quarter of your plate in protein, quarter of your plate in carbs. Everybody's different in what that looks like for them. Maybe you're eyeballing measurements. Maybe okay, my carb serving is approximately half cup of rice, a cup of rice, whatever it is, and you're eyeballing that. You are aware. You're not just blindly eating and like not paying attention at all, okay? Maybe you know what your maintenance calories are and you just loosely track okay, my maintenance calories are 1,800. That's going to be 4 meals of 450 calories, whatever. I didn't do the math right there. I'm just throwing out numbers. So whatever it is. And so you sit down to eat, you're like, okay, this is maybe 150 calories of this, and it's 100 calories of this and 50 of this. Okay, perfect. That plate is around 450 calories. So you're not technically tracking macros. You're not counting your calories. You are just being aware on a meal by meal basis and making sure you're fueling yourself how you need to. Okay. Number 5, keep hydration at the top of your mind. This is something that you might have noticed. Fit women, we've always got a water bottle with us. We've always got a special cup, right? We know that if you don't think about it often, it is super easy to get dehydrated. And when you're dehydrated, your digestion can be affected. Your metabolism can become sluggish. It can affect your workout intensity, your energy levels, your mood. These are all things we're aware of all the time, and we don't want to happen. So invest in that fun water bottle that keeps your food cold and keep it on you all the time. The more you do this, the more it's going to become second nature to you, and it's just going to be part of your life. Okay. Next one. I've kind of lost track. Let's see. Number 6. We live an active lifestyle. Okay. We're not super sedentary. Now, I say that being an online fitness coach who sits right here in my chair for most of my workday, but I am aware of when I'm sitting, and I actually get pretty uncomfortable sitting for long periods of time. So I'm aware. I get up, I move around, I pace my house. One thing I do, you might have noticed on my social media, is in the I almost said summer, but really spring, summer, fall, I go and I pace around my pool in the backyard. I have a walking pad right behind me where in the winter or, anytime really, I'll use it for getting extra steps in and just getting up and moving. So we notice when we're sitting all the time, and we remedy that by getting up and moving. We have active hobbies that we love. We actively try to seek out things outside where your body is moving. You park far away from the store. You go on walks daily. These are these lifestyle things that fit women are always aware of and always trying to incorporate into our day-to-day lives. Okay. Number 7, we are consistently trying. Notice that I didn't say perfect. Okay. We are not consistently perfect. We are consistently trying. When we choose to indulge, notice I said choose to indulge, we get right back on track. Okay. Whatever that on track looks like for you right now. Maybe that's tracking macros. Maybe that is just paying loose attention to things. Maybe that is cutting out processed food. Whatever that looks like for you right now, you get right back on track. You don't wait till Monday. You don't wait till the first of the month. You don't even really wait till tomorrow. You just get back on track with the next meal and you never throw in the towel. And you'll find then that you are never starting over because you're never failing. You're just living your life consistently doing your best. Okay. Number 8, we understand the importance of the basics. We are not out there searching for the next fad, the next quick fix, because we joke that the boring things, right? The sleep, the movement, the water, the walking, the lifting the weights, all the things I'm talking about, we understand that those are the most important things and they are the most important things in your progress. So we aren't out there searching for some new thing, okay? We're not out there searching for some new elimination thing or some crazy fad that's going to get us where we want to go because we know how to get to where we want to go and we know it's the basics, okay? 2 more, guys. We drink less alcohol than average. Okay. If you're concerned about this or confused about this, listen to just last week's episode, number 58 with Katie Cole. She talks all about her experience with alcohol and how to incorporate it in a moderate amount. Okay. And keep that balance while living a fit lifestyle. Many fit people don't drink much at all. And if they do it in moderation. They don't drink multiple times a week. They definitely don't drink every day because we know it affects our health, our cellular metabolism, our workouts. Like I said, listen to last week's episode with Katie. It is amazing. She goes into all the details of what alcohol does to us and how to remedy the effects of it. Okay. The last one here is we have a community of fit friends. No one wants to feel like the odd duck, right? We need that community of fit friends who has the same goals that you do. And if that's not your close real life community, okay, your close circle of friends or family, you need to seek out a community. You really do, you guys. If you want to be able to do this long term and really have this be your lifestyle, you need that community and you need to find it. So maybe that looks like joining a boutique gym that has like built-in friends that everyone's just going to welcome you in, right? Maybe that is at your gym. Try saying hi to people. If you go at the consistently same time every single day, you're going to see the same people there and you're going to start making eye contact with people. You're going to start just giving a little head nod, saying hello. It's always the joke. I think I've shared this with you guys before, maybe not, but we'll be out somewhere and I'll just be like, oh, hey, like somebody at the store. And Aubrey, my 15-year-old will be like, oh, how do you know them? From the gym? And I'm like, yeah, actually, I do know them from the gym. And so you just find these common, like you have this bond with your gym friends because you're both there. You're there at the same time every day. You know, you're consistent and it's like you get each other. Right? So build that community and get out of your comfort zone. If you work out from home and your close circle of friends does not prioritize fitness, find an online community. Join my Facebook community, you guys. It's called Fat Loss Secrets for Busy Gals. I will link it in the show notes here. Join us in there. Okay. I have weekly challenges. We do prizes. We do all sorts of fun things. I post recipes, daily content to help you stay on track with your goals. Okay. The key here with this community aspect is so you don't feel alone and you don't feel weird when you're doing all of the things that I just talked about, okay? You want to feel like you're at home and this can be something you can sustain forever, okay? So if these 10 things I mentioned, guys, feel hard or crazy to you, I want to challenge you to just focus on one. Just pick one of them at a time. And when it feels like that's part of your life, second nature, super easy, then you add another one. Okay. So hopefully hearing these 10 things was helpful to you, maybe validating for you, maybe gave you some ideas. Let me know what you thought on social media, guys. I'd love to chat with you about this. And I will chat with you guys next week. Hope you have a great week.